Hello, United family. Hopefully, I found you well. Today, we're going to talk about Ruben Amorim presser, his press conference. He had a press conference this morning or afternoon. It depends where you saw it. As you all know, we've got a game against the Rangers on Thursday night at Old Trafford in the Europa League. Rangers are on number 8. Manchester United are on number 7. So it's just a must win. We need to win the game to be guaranteed top 8. I believe the boys will do it. But as you know, who's confident that Manchester United will do it? The games we're supposed to win, we always defeated. The games we're supposed to win, we don't win those matches. We play well when no one believes that we're going to do something. But as of tomorrow against the Rangers, we played them in the preseason. We won 2-0, if you still remember that game. But now this is a more serious game. Rangers also, the results have not been that good. They are 13 points behind Celtic in their league. But it's a difficult game. Before we talk about the Ruben Amorim's presser, we're going to talk about what I think is a mistake. Judging with how the media is handling Ruben Amorim, what type of questions they're giving to the guy, I believe it was a mistake to get rid of Ruud van Nistelrooy. I believe if Ruud van Nistelrooy was part of this coaching setup, the media will be soft on Ruben Amorim. Officially, we can see that there's already a Ruben out movement from the media. It hasn't gone to the fans, but the media is already there. The ex-players are already there. They're already questioning his tactics. Back three doesn't work. Back three, you need to adapt to his players. But at least Ruben Amorim have stuck to his guts. He said, you took me because I know how to play a back three. So I'm going to continue with my tactics. Either you get rid of me, but if you brought me here, it means you like what I do. So that's the other thing which I think that there was supposed to be someone who's linked with the players or with the ex-players to be part of this setup. I know there's Fletcher, but I don't really know what Fletcher does. Fletcher, he seems like he was not part of those people. He seems like no one talks that Fletcher is part of the technical team. I don't really know. They say he's the glue between the juniors to the senior team, but we don't really see him contributing in what Ruben Amorim is doing. I wanted the Ruud van Nistelrooy to remain as the assistant coach and to help Amorim to see what's happening and to be the glue between the ex-players, the media, even the fans. Then maybe end of season, you can let Ruud van Nistelrooy go. That's what I thought. But they thought otherwise. I don't know, it was because of Amorim, he didn't want an ex-player there, or it was because of Ruud himself. He wanted to go to a coach, to be a senior coach. Like now, you see now he's the coach of Leicester. And it's being difficult. It's very difficult for him there. And you know, we're playing Leicester in the FA Cup again at Old Trafford. It's going to be a wonderful game. Talking about the presser, Ruben Amorim was being asked about him, what he said, not about mostly about the tactics or lineup, whatever. They were mostly saying about what he said and what happened after the game. You know, Ruben Amorim said we're the worst team ever. Of which that's true. Statistics don't lie. Numbers don't lie. This is the worst team ever. And I will say it. You can send this video everywhere. But statistics are showing us that this is the worst team ever since the 18-something, not even 19-something, the 18th century. The results are not good enough for Manchester United. So I can safely say this is the worst team ever. He is saying, when he said this is the worst team, he was not talking about the players, he was talking about him. That him is producing worse result than the previous coach. So that's why he's saying the team is the worst. And he's taking all the responsibility. But he's saying he's not letting the players go. Also, the players have got a responsibility to show up during the matches. But him is admitting as the number one, the person who sets the team, the person who be on the sideline, is supposed to be the number one to be blamed. But some of us are not blaming him. We have seen that our players are not suited for this type of formation. This formation, it needs hard workers. We don't have hard workers at Manchester United. That's why you see even the people who believe that they're hard workers, people like Ugarte, they are struggling. They are struggling. We have seen Ugarte being substituted. So I don't know. That's how I see it. He was joined by hierachy Maguire. Hierachy Maguire spoke well also. Also, Amorim said the players are nervous. That's why we've got bad results at home. We've got more bad results at home than away. The players are afraid to play at Old Trafford. I don't know, they're afraid. They're afraid of the crowd. They're afraid of who, but they are more afraid of playing at home instead of enjoying Old Trafford. So he said the players are nervous. And if you listen to my previous videos, when I talked about us supporters, ex-players, media, we put pressure on the players. It's showing on the results, the home matches, that the players are afraid to play in front of us. He said he believes that if we can score first, we can win the game, or we can play a more settled game. But the problem is most of our games, people score early and we have to chase the game. So eventually our tactics, they're out of the window. We're now playing just to catch up. So he believes that if you can score first, we can win the game, or we can play a more settled game. He also admitted that he think he did a mistake, because normally Amorim doesn't talk to the players after the game. He talked to them maybe tomorrow when all the tempers are settled down. But he said on this game which we lost against Brighton, Amorim, he talked to the players there and there, and he was shouting in the changing room. There's rumors that even the TV was broken. Things were flying in the changing room, people shouting each other. So he admitted that it was a mistake. He believes he will improve. Since he's a young boy, he believes he's going to improve and he will learn from his mistakes. And he also said he was not supposed to say what he said, that this is the worst team ever. But he tried to divert it, that he was not referring to the players, he's referring to himself. So, but us who read in between the lines, we can see that he's trying to tell us that these players are useless. They are not good enough to play in his system. So I don't know if they're going to help him in this transfer window. There's a lot of rumors, these players coming, this is what. And on the last training session, which was shown to the public, Rashford was training, Anthony was training, Casemiro was training, Garnacho was training, Malaysia was training. As you know, Rashford has been linked to everywhere. All teams, Milan, Barcelona, Dortmund, Rashford has been linked to all teams, but still I was shocked to see him playing. Rashford last played before a derby win, which is more than a month ago. We've been told he's sick, but as we know, he wanted to go. So the teams he want to play for, it's like they are not, they don't want him, or it's because of the demands. You know, Rashford is being played, they pay him 350 per month, per week, and he's got a big contract at Manchester. So I think the teams are not willing to match that payment. Casemiro, we heard that he want to join Ronaldo there, but still, he's still there. Anthony, we heard that there's an agreement with Real Betis. He's already agreed. So I'm shocked that he was training today. So we'll see the team. Are these people going to be part of the team? Malaysia, we're told that he's going to Como. As you know, that Como is owned by one of the richest people, the one which is being coached by is it Sex Fabregas, the one in Italy, is owned by, it's a Malaysian family, if I'm not mistaken. These rich people, the likes of Varane, they are now ambassadors at Como. We heard that Malaysia want to go there, but still, we saw him training again. Hierachy Maguire was asked about captaincy. Does he feel like he's no longer captain? Because he's playing better before the captain. He spoke well, he answered well. He even answered the part about Joshua Seske, saying, yes, he he texted him after that time when he cried when he was substituted in the first half. He told him that as a player, you live, you work by the day. Today you are a darling of the crowd, tomorrow you are the enemy. But the best thing what you need to do is how you stand up and move on from your downfall. He spoke very well, and he also said that all the players are good players. If you are playing for Manchester United, it means you're a good player. But for me, I don't say that. I just say some of those players, they are lucky that they're playing for Manchester United, but they are not good enough. We have seen better players in the Premier League. We have seen people playing at Bournemouth. You see people like Clivert. Those are perfect strikers. You see people like Isak, a lot of wingers, Gordon. We can name a lot of players who are playing in the Premier League, but they are not playing for Manchester United. They can qualify to play for Manchester United. Even Kuna, who's playing for Wolves, I would love to see him playing for Manchester United. Even that winger who reduced Euro to be an average player, that one who played for Southampton on the left, I forgot his name. Those are good players, which I want to see at Manchester United. He said a lot of things. He said we need to stop to concede first. We need to stop to concede first. That was Harry Maguire's words. Even the coach echoed that. We need to score first, not concede first, because he believes if we score first, it means we're going to have a good game and we're going to play by the book. The coach said he admitted that it's very hard to coach a team like Manchester United. As even the same with what's happening at the Rangers, it's a big team, but he believes that his team will come back faster. He just want to focus about the game. You want to win that game so that we seal our top 8. By us sealing that top 8, it means we don't have extra 2 games. By us not having those extra 2 games, it means we're going to have more time to train, more time to do our tactics when people are playing those playoffs. As you know, this Europa League on its own is already 8 games. But there's going to be 2 more games before you reach the quarterfinal. It's a long procedure on its own. It's like a Super League, but people are not talking about it. This is a diverted Super League. You are just not calling it Super League, but it's a Super League in a way. For us fans, we don't complain. It's more games. The more games, the more we enjoy, the more we find things to talk about. But for players are complaining that it's more games. I don't know what to say about. I think I've touched everything. The rumors, Harry Maguire, Ruben. And as for the game itself, I believe we're gonna win 3-1. I won't say who scores, but I believe tomorrow Bruno and Ahmad will have a good game. That's what I believe. I won't jinx it that we're gonna score how many or what. Last time I did it, we lost. But as for my lineup, I'll put Bayendia in goal. Bayendia should play all the cup games. And Onana also made the silly mistakes. So I would love Bayendia to play in the cup games. So I put Bayendia in goal. For the back 3, I'll put Delete. Delete have been solid. I'll put Harry have been solid. Martinez, since he was arrested, I expect him to come back. This time we're going to rest Euro. So it's Delete, Harry, and Martinez. Then on the wingers, I'll put Dalot. Dalot is a bit fresh. So I'll put Dalot on the right side. Then on the left, I will say Mazraoui, I need him to rest a bit. Mazraoui has played all our games. So I would like Malaysia to play that game. I would like a left back to play on that position. But since the coach needs to win, it's going to be difficult because the coach needs to win. So I'm sure he's going to try to put his best lineup. So maybe he's going to put Mazraoui. But for me, I'll put Malaysia. Then midfield 2, I'll put Collier again. Maima, I want him on the sub. Collier and Ugarte. But as we know, the coach is like he likes Maimo and maybe Eriksson, things like that. But for me, I would like to put Collier and Ugarte. In the attacking ones, I'll put Ahmad and Bruno. The number 9, I'll put Joshua. Joshua did nothing wrong. Only he didn't have chances. He didn't have a lot of chances. He didn't have... they didn't give him a lot. They didn't create a lot of goals for him. So I will want to give him this game. That's how I see it. So it's going to be Baindia, Delight, Harry, Martinez, Collier, Ugarte, Ahmad, Bruno, and Joshua. That's my lineup, and it's going to be a win for Manchester United. 3-1. We'll concede. There's no way we finish a game without conceding. But in Europe, we've played, we haven't been defeated. So I expect it to continue. Tomorrow is going to be a win again. This is United Anchor. Please don't forget to subscribe. To subscribe is free. The more you subscribe, the more the channel grows. The more the channel grows, the more I bring you quality content. I will see you tomorrow when we are reacting about our win. And there's a video which is gonna come about me quitting YouTube. I'm sure you're gonna like it. I'm gonna drop it in the weekend. You're gonna like it about me talking about quitting YouTube. I thank you.